People really get caught up in that real quick. That's why
Yeah.
when you're working that job, you've been there for so long, it's hard to jump out and do something.
Trust me, I
'cause
went
you're comfortable.
through it, bro.
You
Yeah.
get comfortable.
That's when people wake up, man, and they're like, man, where my life? What have I done in my life? You know what I'm saying? Because they never really sat down and think about what they want to do in the next.
what they could do, what they like, what their interests
I
are.
know people who are like scared to take that jump sometimes. Like they've been at a job where they know they're not getting paid what they should be, or they know they have opportunities elsewhere.
Yeah.
Like they're scared to just leave their situation they're in just to because they don't know what's on the other side. They don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. I'm just telling you, if you got the work ethic, if you got the drive, if you just got the good mental capacity, you're gonna make it work.
And I'm still having dreams, jumping out of Maybachs. Baby, it don't matter cause I never said that. And I'm way too low, homie, way too loaded. HD9 so compact, towing. I'm way too player, I'm way too focused. Baby, what you say? I hope you joking. Live life fast, steady in motion. Baby, can you tell me what's your motive? It won't even matter when I'm touching the foes list. And I'm 21 right now, racing some horses. I probably smoke a joint.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, welcome to the Startup Podcast. This is episode 42, and we coming to y'all live from Las Vegas, Nevada, with a couple of fire topics today, along with my man Dre. I just met my man Jaden over here. So we about to kick it off right. We about to kick it off smooth, and we ain't got nothing to prove, but all we got to do is just be us, be true, and we know what to do. Cause y'all ain't even got a clue what we about to do. We about to talk on some real stuff here.
Y'all hear my radio host over here.
Speak to him.
He's been practicing his radio voice. He's back on the podcast.
Bright
Been out
and
for
early.
about 10 episodes.
And it's your boy birthday today, February 18. Just turned 23.
Happy birthday. Give him a
Appreciate it.
clap.
Appreciate
Everybody
it.
hit the clap button in the crowd.
We still got to implement that in
I don't
there.
got the button,
I
y'all.
gotta get a soundboard. in this.
Happy birthday, though, Brian, man.
Yeah,
Welcome
for
to
real.
Las Vegas. This your first time here?
Oh, actually, no. I had tournaments down here, so it's been a couple times that I've been out here. But
man.
I haven't really sat back and enjoyed the ambiance that Las Vegas brings. So, I'm doing that today. So we're gonna see what's going on for the rest of the day.
Hell yeah, that's dope. What kind of tournaments are you guys out here for?
My sister's tournament, man. She plays volleyball. So,
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, she had a fight on the last stretch of everything too. It was 24-23. They barely got away with it.
Dang.
So, it was good to just see my sister, show that competitive edge, competitive drive, man.
Right.
She ain't get it from nobody but myself. So, I got to pat myself on the shoulder.
right. Give yourself the credit too. Yeah. Yeah.
Got to stand on that.
Put that work in.
Absolutely.
Man, that's for sure.
Oh, man.
Man, speaking of putting the work in, we were talking about earlier, talking about cash flow, speaking of putting some work in, how you can get some money on the side, especially nowadays.
Absolutely.
Damn, what do you think is the best way?
My boy, so we was sitting to have a conversation, and Brian, we asked him, like, hey, bro, you watch the Super Bowl? It's a good game. Watch it to the end. He's all, hell no. Why am I going to watch people on TV make money when I could be out here making money?
You know what I'm saying?
It's facts, though. It's true.
Come on, man.
I get it. I understand. But you can make money while you watch the game, a.k.a. cash flow. Or,
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying? There's other ways to watch it while watching the game, other avenues. What are some ways you guys know of making cash flow so our audience knows, or define cash flow for people who don't know?
Man, cash flow is kind of like you just have some money coming in where you're not having to put so much of your time and your own work in as well.
Yeah.
You have what you're doing, but then you also have something kind of on the side coming in on the flow.
Right.
Going in.
Okay. Yeah, the way I see that is, you're putting something in place, piggybacking off what my man Jaden said, you have something in place to where it could be automated. You're not thinking about it. You're not worrying about it. I mean, if you're worrying about that, man, I mean, you're doing something wrong, But at the end of the day, it's to sustain your lifestyle that you want to live eventually, or, you're trying to get to. So it's like, you're just trying to put all your eggs in different baskets to where one falls, you already got the other one holding you up pretty much,
Yeah,
and that's just
true.
how I see it.
Yeah.
For the most part with that. What about you, D?
I like how you place that, you know what I'm saying? To me, cash flow, obviously, it's just making money when you're not really doing nothing. You put principles and systems in place early on, up front,
Right.
where it just automates itself and makes money for yourself.
Right.
For me, my personal way of doing that, obviously, you guys know about the car rental business.
Yes.
Yeah.
All you got to do, take some pictures of cars, make sure they're clean, make sure they got gas in them, or, charged all the way up, because I got a Tesla as well.
Right.
They're good. All I got to do is automate it, put them on the app, People book by themselves. They rent out the cars. They pay me the money up front. I get it right away.
Right.
Or if you do it with rentals, Airbnb or fucking house rentals, anything like that, they pay you monthly. Or if you do it Airbnb for a couple of days, you get paid every week or whatever it is. So that's a way you can make money while watching the Super Bowl. You ain't got to worry about it. Somebody's living in my house, paying me $4K a month.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Morgan
Get some cash flow coming in. Yeah.
That's cash flow.
Yeah, that's that lazy money, man.
Right,
hey,
right.
Go park the car over there. I'll go pick it up when I'm ready.
For real,
done,
shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Get him over
You
at
got
8
that
o'clock.
coming
You
in.
drop it off at 8:30, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like my man Dre's style, man. You know, I met him a couple years back ago, man, and as soon as I saw him, I already knew that this boy was something.
Tell him the story how we met, bro. Remember how we did?
Yeah.
Tell the story, bro. I don't think we ever got into it on the podcast.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Matter of fact,
I
I was going to Fresno City,
Okay.
and I connected with his sister, right? His sister was and the crazy thing is, his sister used to tutor me in math because I had 2 jobs doing the whole 9, so I didn't have no time for a teacher. Right, so the way how she teaches was very simple, straight to the point. Because I don't like the parables that the teachers be teaching in. It's too long for me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just get to the point. You know, don't tell me why 2 + 2 is 4. Tell me 2 + 2 is 4. I'm gonna figure it out later. You know what I'm saying? I gotta make my money right now.
You gotta do your thing.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you know, we get to talking. And, you know, talking about business and all that type of stuff, because she's business minded too, right? And I'm like, okay, like she was cool, like that was my best friend, like, you know, the first friend I had going into Fresno City, right? Then we started, and then she brought up, she's like, bro, I think you and my brother, man, I promise you talk I feel like you and my brother's a good match.
Had like the similar thing.
Like, similarities.
Principles, like the way we think was just like
it was just,
identical.
It was cracking.
You gotta have great minds, you know, similar to you. That way you keep that same energy coming in.
Right.
Keep that in your circle, bro. Like people that think like you. Because if you hanging around, you know, 10 people that just all they do is think about, you know, women all day, or all they do is think about, you know, drugs, you're gonna be the 10th one thinking about that.
And another thing too, if they don't have the same mindset when you're out here talking about like trying to make plays, making money and stuff, they see it as like, oh, he's bragging or he's doing
like,
this.
you know, I had that before, man.
I'm
That's
trying to flex. You're just trying to progress.
I'm trying to
show
show you how to make, I'm trying to grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the only way to grow is to talk about it with other people. Because you can't. You can grow by yourself, but it slows down. You have other people in your circle who are on the same time as you. You all grow together. You know what I'm saying?
That's
like,
a fact. Stay
Jaden got
down.
his business he's going, I'm supporting him. If he has
Vice versa.
I'm here for
you
it.
got a new supporter
Same
too
for
today.
Brian.
You know
Vice versa. I appreciate you. You as well.
Look, he got this whole studio by himself. I don't know one thing about running the studio, but I know I can support Jaden in any way I can.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
And same thing with the podcast, but hey, I'm gonna be there every day. You know,
support. He's out here
we got it.
snowboarding, showing the hat off.
Take this thing everywhere.
On the
you know?
runs, I'm like, man, he's supporting the podcast on the snow, on the
slopes. Shit.
On the slopes.
Yeah, take that shit to the snow.
Oh man.
But
yeah. So you know, to make a long story short, man, I think it was one of those days. You guys had a party going. I think it was like a '90s party or something like that.
Yes, sir. The '90s party.
Yeah, I slid through, and I'm like, okay, where's Dre? Because that's where I was on the mission. I was on the mission just to meet Dre. I'm like, okay, where's Dre at? Dog, we didn't even say it wasn't even that long until like we really started like, you know, chopping it up, having a conversation and all that type of stuff. From there, it was just something that just clicked, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, at the end of the day, it was like, you know, real recognize real, you know. So when we started talking business immediately because, you know, he already knew of me, I already knew of him. And then immediately right after that, we just had it cracking. We got it cracking. And like the whole night, we was just talking business, man. We wasn't even worried about the party.
Damn.
We wasn't even worried about the party, man. So, you know, he shot me some guys that he knew in his network and that could help me out with what I was talking about. I was at e-commerce at the time doing that. And then, you know, whatever I tried to, you know, support him with, that you know, he got me 100%. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's for advice or anything that was going on, it's like, I was here, bro.
Right there.
I was here. You know what I'm saying?
And
like
you were there for me too when I was going through a rough patch.
Yeah,
you were there for me, bro.
Hell yeah.
Like every step of the way, I called Brian up. He had my back. You know what I'm saying?
The biggest decision that Dre had to make, bro. Like I was like, dog, you need to do this shit, man. Because at the end of the day, listen, you already got the mindset, you got the consistency, you got the drive, you got the discipline. What's stopping you? Right. I don't know. It's you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, the biggest decision that he ended up making, you know, I had to push him to that decision because it's like at the end of the day, you know, somebody always needs somebody on the outside looking in to what you're doing because you may look through a pair of lens that you may be looking in for years, you know, and then when somebody, you know, and I'm way younger than Dre. You know what I'm saying? But I have a different perspective.
Don't say it like that like I'm old, first of all, bro. he said it like I'm mid-30s or something, bro. It's a 4-year difference, dog. So keep going, though.
Yeah, all right.
I had to clear that up for the crowd.
But, you know, all reality, you know, I told him, I said, Dre, quit your job, man. You know what I'm saying? You seeing all these signs and all this type of stuff, man. You know, I know it may be hard because, you know, you got to take care of the bills. You got to take care of your sister. You got to take care of your family and all that. Right. But at the end of the day, I feel like you're really going to surpass even who you were before, even who you were, you know, yesterday. You know what I'm saying? He took that leap, dog. Clients coming.
Man, bro.
I was glad to be a part of that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, just for me to have, you know, some advice or suggesting something to him, and he took it and ran with it, bro. Yo, that made me happy. You know what I'm saying? That was real. That was real right there for sure.
All right, man. Speaking of you talking about me taking that leap.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, I used to work at a warehouse for like 6 years, loading, unloading freight trucks with a forklift.
Working hard.
And my dilemma was, between me and him, I was like, bro, I think I need to quit my job. Like, I have other stuff going on. I'm in real estate now. Right. I got the car rental business going. I'm working this graveyard shift at this warehouse, which is paying me like $600 a week, which is cool. And I've been doing it for 6 years, so I was comfortable. But I wanted to like grow into like
something else.
Yeah, so I wanted to evolve. And I knew that was holding me back. It was part of the past I was trying to leave. I was like, you know what, Brian, should I do it? And he just told you, Brian, what'd I do?
He quit that damn job. But tell him the signs behind.
It was a bunch of signs, but like one of the big ones was okay. So one of the big
fact
ones
that you took the leap though is crazy.
Yeah, but
I'm the type to do that.
It was like he was forced to because I mean these signs was like you cannot deny the signs. Dre, tell him.
So one of the major signs was okay. So I've been cool at this job like for the longest time, right?
Right.
I had just got me and my ex just ended, right? And like 2 weeks after we ended, I have these boots. They're like the most nastiest boots ever. Like I never bought. They were cheap. They're cheap boots, you know. They're supposed to be steel toe. I don't buy no steel toe boots. I'm cheap, right? I'm walking through the warehouse. I step on a nail. Just through my foot.
Shit.
Worst feeling in my fucking life.
Sign number one.
That was my first sign. Like, I gotta get out this place, bro. Next sign. This is like 3 months later. I'm driving through one of the trailers.
Oh Lord.
Okay. Man. I just pull in there just to grab a normal pallet. Routine. Everybody does this, right? I'm in there. All of a sudden, I hear whoo, boom. I'm sitting on the side. The trailer tipped over, like fell to the side. The only reason it didn't tip all the way over is because there was a pole right there to hold it.
Oh my god!
Or I would have been flat on the side. I get out. I'm looking. Did anybody else see this shit? I walk out the trailer. I leave the forklift alone. I leave it obviously because I'm not trying to back out of there. I leave. I walk out. I said I go to the manager at the time was Chris. I was like, Chris, I'm done with this. I can't do it no more. So I had a back injury for about 3 months, or not even that. Probably like a month. I was hurt. You know what I mean? Just getting that paid money just coming in.
Hurt, you know,
the whole time I'm plotting, I'm like, Brian, I think this is the sign. Like this is the sign. Like I almost fell out of the trailer, the side of a trailer with a 2,000-pound forklift.
The 2 weeks,
crazy.
Like no,
he was gone. He was gone.
So yeah, once that happened, I told Brian like I'm gonna just take the leap. Soon as I quit my job, kid you not, bro. 10 days later, I had 3 real estate deals lined up.
Oh my goodness!
Book 3 real estate deals right away. I was like, I just took off after that.
I feel like things work like that. When you're at your lowest, all these bad things keep happening.
Yeah.
As soon as you're at your lowest, you're like, damn, all this shit's going crazy. It's wild. Next thing you know, just boom, skyrocket. You got 3 things lined
3
up,
deals
back to
in
back.
1 week on real estate.
Come on, man.
Just blossoming after that. Like never look back.
Yeah.
I remember that was March in 2022.
22.
Yeah, March 2022. That's when that happened, bro. So yeah.
Hey, that's a blessing though, man. You know, you ended up doing that and you just grew from that, you know, evolved like you said. You evolved to the next level.
Now everything's just been booming, blossoming, and getting blessings left and right. I just got a blessing last week that I want to thank God for. Like everything's just falling in line, bro.
Yeah. Right, that's a blessing.
That's what I want to just share with the crowd there.
You got to, hell yeah. Yeah. Gotta thank God for it, bro. You know,
for everything, man.
For everything.
You know, we woke up this morning, you know, we came together, you know, breathing. As a family, and we on here doing this podcast, speaking our testimonies out to y'all.
And we're blessed that we have the opportunity to do it too.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Though. Like
Shit, that's real.
that's amazing, man. You know, I remember Dre. He pulled up on me one time, man, and it was about this e-commerce stuff that I was getting into.
Oh,
right?
okay.
And so, similar story. I was working at home. I was working at the warehouses as well. I was working 2 jobs, doing the whole 9. Here I am advising Dre, like, yo, you need to get up out of this job and this and this and this. But my ass is in the warehouse too. You know what I'm saying?
Myself,
I
shit.
said, yo,
Like,
for real. I was like, yo,
fuck.
Brian. I said, you giving out good advice, man. But are you hearing yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, when are you gonna take the steps, bro? But you see what it is. I want
But
my
it's
boy,
good, yeah.
You know what I mean? I want my boy to do good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's that's real talk. But at
Yeah.
the end of the day, it's like, shit, if I'm pushing you up, man, I got to pull myself up too type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I was working at the warehouse too. I was doing the whole 9. I remember I fell asleep like because I was just exhausted, exasperated. I was in the warehouse and I remember I couldn't even remember I fell asleep in front of everybody on the forklift delivering shit.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And like they had to work around me and all that. I said, why didn't y'all wake me up? He's like, bro, you was not budging. He said, you was tired. You fell asleep on the forklift, bro. I said, damn, I got to figure something out, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Something's got to change.
You know what I mean? Something really got to change though. So immediately right after that, I think that's when Dre he told me, he was like, yo, what's up with the e-commerce? He kept being on me about it. What's up? I'm like, dog, I'm trying to get shit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to see what's going on and all this type of stuff, right? All of a sudden, they let me go because I was sleeping on the job, right? But I was
Literally sleeping on the
sleeping
job.
on the job. You know what I'm saying? They ain't lying. They ain't lying, but they didn't know what I was doing, you know, prior to sleeping on the job, right? So I was like, okay, that's my sign. They laid me off. I'm collecting unemployment now. Now I'm like, all right, cool.
Full time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's so crazy because our stories were similar, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. So I sat back and I'm like, okay, I'm fully into this e-commerce stuff, right? So I hired some VX. I was doing it myself, and I was like, "Yo, these sales are slow. Like, bro, this is not no money for me to be able to, you know, say, man, have some fuck you money type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, you know what? What I'm about to do is I'm about to hire somebody else that could do it better than I can, and I'm about to learn off of the back end so I could be able to do it myself, right? So I was like, you know what? All right, cool. So I went on this little resource, and then I went out and I hired some people from Pakistan. And dude, when I told you, bro, and I sent them like I think it was like every week I was sending you like, you know, how much I was going up and all that.
Oh shit.
And then I remember the second week after I hired him, I had $5,000. Like my phone was it was like a dream, bro. I was like, hold on a minute.
So you caught the e-commerce vibe, like. I know I was never able to catch that.
I couldn't boom with e-com.
Yeah, I could never, man. That sounded like you had a good success with that,
I'm not a good
dude.
marketer. I admit to that. Like,
yeah.
That's not my job. Like, I can't do it.
I know me too. So I'm like, yo, I need to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So they ordering. I'm seeing people buying. I'm like, I'm sitting back like, yo, this is going to work. You know what I'm saying? Yo, so it went from 5,000 to 8,000. We talking about in a matter of days. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we talking about revenue though. You know what I mean?
That's nuts.
So we going 5,000, 8,000, 10,000, 12,000.
Yeah.
So I made 15,000 in what was it? 21 days?
Oh my
29
God.
days, I think. 21 or 29 days. And I sent it to Dre. He's like, man, that boy making money.
I seen that. I seen that screenshot. I said, ain't no way, bro.
Dog, I mean,
that cash flow.
That's that cash flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I remember I was so happy, man, because that bank, I remember I had 7 bands that week. And on top of that, I was making $1,000 a week from, you know, the checks that I was getting from the warehouse.
Right.
On top of that, I had like 10 bands. No, I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me be specific. I had 9.5K, right? So I was like, oh shit, I'm seeing all this shit in the bank. I'm like, well, no, it was like pending in my account for my Amazon FBA shit, right? So I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm about to go to the bank. I'm about to pull all this stuff out in cash, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You want to see it, you know? Come on, look.
Bro.
Yeah. It's different.
You just want to feel it,
It's
bro.
different when you see the number in the account, and then when you have it in your hand, you're like, oh, yeah.
I said, man, I was like, I did that. Like, all right, you finally listen to yourself, man. Now keep doing it and don't fall off. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, all right. I went to the bank, right? So I'm telling the teller, I'm like, yo, I need to pull out 9.5 thousand. I need to pull out 9,500 today. She was like, where'd you get the money from? I was like, oh,
don't worry about it.
I felt disrespected.
Right, shit.
You know what I mean? As a black man
like,
coming into the bank, I worked hard for this money. I'm a business owner now. You know what I mean?
Right.
So how you looking at me right now? That's one.
Like,
Two,
talk to me
I was
correct.
like, you know what? I was like, I love
nice.
this. I love this because you underestimated me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I ended up pulling out the 9.5. I went to my sister. I remember I went to my sister and she was like, how you get all this money?
Quick question.
What's
Like
up?
when you pulling money out the bank, isn't there like a limit? Like if you pull over, I think it's like 9,900. This is like flag the IRS or something like that.
They didn't do that. They didn't do that with me. I think
I
that's why
think it's
they
10K
asked.
or more. It flags the IRS.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 10,000.
I had to be aware of that a couple weeks ago. I had to like think about that. I had to
Oh,
pull cash like
shit.
2,000 a day instead of doing just pulling it all out at once. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
damn, I didn't
Because
think
I
about
looked
that.
up like if you pull out 10K at a time or over 9.9, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It flags the IRS, and I don't know why, but it
Yeah.
just does.
No, I
Yeah.
seen that on social media too. Like there's somebody that I follow. His name is Corporate Landlord, bro.
Mhm.
Look him up when you get a chance. That boy make money.
Yeah.
You know, he said under the caption, he was like, you know, he had a whole bunch of packets with money in them filled up.
Right.
And then he said on the caption, he was like, man, they telling on me. What did he say? He said, they telling IRS on me and all
Right.
this type of stuff, man. But I have you know that this money is real. We ain't doing that no more. That type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, damn, like okay, it's 10,000. You know, and he had way more than 10,000 that he's trying to get out.
I hear that with purchases too. You make a purchase over 10,000, they're really starting to like they
crack
look at it
down on
more. Yeah.
They like
And
pay
be like, what
attention
is
to
this?
it. Like where's
You
it
know?
coming from?
Yeah.
Like they follow the money. Like you got it from like Cash App, Venmo. Like how you
Yeah,
get this money?
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
They follow the money. You know.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I heard about that too. That's
Jaden, you ever had a moment where you had to like take a big leap of faith? You know, like you didn't know what the other side looked like, but you had to make a jump. Just 'cause, like
Yeah, it was kind of literally the studio going full time with it. Cause when I first moved out here, you know, I was building the studio while I was like doing the school, and I was just like working a little crappy job, you know, making
Yeah.
some money on the side.
We all have.
yeah,
But
right in there.
you know, I was just building the clientele and stuff. But the job wasn't really working, of course, and it wasn't making money. And I started charging $40 an hour here, and I was making like $12 here or like $8 here, whatever, with
Know
$10.
your worth.
And I was like, you know, if I just put this same amount of energy and the hours that I'm working here into either posting stuff to get people in or, you know, just recording in here,
Mm-hmm.
then I can eventually just build up the clientele and I'll be as busy.
Yeah.
Even if I'm not working as many hours, if I'm charging more, then
Mhm.
it's still leveling itself out. So, around COVID,
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
you know, of course,
said COVID.
well, actually right before COVID, I had broke my wrist.
Oh.
So I was out of work and I was doing more studio time. And then that's when I realized, shit, I'm making more doing the studio time right now than I was at work because I was out of work with my wrist.
I feel like a lot of people was making money like during that COVID time. Like,
Yeah. And then especially with that too,
yeah.
no one's out there working. All the artists want to make, you know, songs because
Yeah. They in the house.
That's all you
They
can
ain't got
do
nothing
is
to
stay
do.
home.
I'm like, hey, you ain't got COVID right now? Come slide. Shit, I ain't doing nothing.
So
So
was Vegas? Did like Vegas shut down too? Because I
Yeah.
heard like they had stuff that was open still, but
yeah, there was some stuff open, but like pretty much everything, the strip.
it was like
the-
I've never seen the strip like dead. So
yeah,
how was that?
same.
It was like a
Damn.
zombie land. Like,
Yeah, Zombieland. I didn't drive too crazy, but it was just pretty much dead everywhere. All the
Yeah.
roads, like 5 cars out there.
Now that living here, I can never imagine it. 'Cause especially after like last week in Super Bowl, it was packed with anybody you
Yeah.
can think of that was here. You
I mean,
know?
I
Really
miss
imagine.
it. The traffic's been crazy right now, man.
They shut down the freeway this week. The freeway shut
Stupid.
down for 4 days. Like how you shut
Man.
down the whole freeway?
Come on, Vegas. Come on, Vegas. You gotta work on something. Every road I go on, there's some construction.
Just a little side note: anybody who's into construction, if you come to Vegas, you're never out of a job. They're always building something, bro.
Something. You got
Like-
something going on.
Like,
Oh,
I'm
man.
dead serious, and they pay good here. So if you into construction, move your ass to Vegas. You're gonna find a job. Like that.
24/7.
It's always something going on here.
For real. I want to piggyback off of what Jaden was saying. Well, basically off of your question, taking a leap of faith. I'm actually taking another leap of faith right now.
Oh hell yeah.
You know, Dre and I, we just literally had this conversation about just focusing on one thing. I was focused on the credit repair. I was focused on this.
One thing.
You know, and I'm like, you know what? I figured out a problem for my little syndrome. It's called shiny object syndrome. You know, I want to do this.
Right.
It's like your energy is like spewing out in different places, and then at the end of the day, you feeling all tired, and you're like, man, what I do today? And not a goddamn thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, now I'm taking I just finished technology school.
There you go.
You know what I'm
Shit.
saying? So I just found out. Appreciate that.
There you go.
Yeah. We really need to get that board, though.
Next one. Little piano over here.
We really need to get on that, man.
Yeah.
But I finished it. I could have had a tech job by now, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I was focused on a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway,
Doing your thing.
forget all that. We taking this leap of faith right now, and I've been hunting on trying to find a tech job, and man, they starting people off at like we talking 100K, 120.
Hey, those tech jobs go crazy.
Dog, I'm telling you,
especially
man.
out in the Bay.
Yeah, you in tech, do your thing.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get up in there. So it's like, once I get in there, I start getting the feel for what's going on and all that type of stuff. And then my pops and I, like, we talking about a partnership now. It's like, okay, Brian, I see how you've been working. I see this. I don't want you to work as hard as I did. I already did that. What you got to do now is work smart, because what you doing is you reversing everything that I did for you. I was like, damn, that kind of hit me. I was like, you know what? I've been wasting my time. You know what I'm saying? So my dad, I'm in a grateful position where my dad is like, all right, Brian, look, I'm gonna go do my thing. Since you buy the computer and all that type of stuff, I'll tell you what I need done by the job and all that type of stuff, and then I'll pay you for that. I said, oh, cool. You know what I'm saying? So we took the financial burden off of my shoulders to where I'm like, I gotta go to work. I gotta make some money. I gotta sell something.
Lock down and focus.
Focus,
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
That's important too, man.
I'm not even gonna lie though. I gotta bring up an experience to where, when I'd gotten laid off, my body had a reaction to where I'm like, oh, I gotta do something. It was like an addiction. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm so used to doing it all the time. So I had to break out that paradigm, the way I've been moving all these months working for a job.
People really get caught up in that real quick. That's why when you're working that job, you've been there for so long, it's hard to jump out and do something because you're comfortable.
Bro. Yeah.
You get comfortable.
That's when people wake up, man, and they're like, man, where my life? What have I done in my life? You know what I'm saying? Because they never really sat down and think about what they want to do next.
What they could do, what they like, what their interests
are. I know people who are like scared to take that jump sometimes. Like they've been at a job where they know they're not getting paid what they should be, or they know they have opportunities elsewhere. Yeah, like they're scared to just leave their situation they're in because they don't know what's on the other side. They don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. I'm just telling you, if you got the work ethic, if you got the drive, if you just got the good mental capacity, you're gonna make it work. You know what I mean? Trust me. When I left that warehouse job, I had no idea what was gonna happen to me. I know I still had real estate going on, but I was still a rookie.
I can vouch for that.
I was like 4 months into the game at the time. So when that happened, I jumped in, did it, boom, boom, boom. It started lifting off for me. Like I was in 21. That wasn't 22, by the way.
It was 21?
It was 21.
Oh, snap.
It was a year. It was still COVID, just ended type.
Well, it still happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Straight up. It still happened. No, but from the outside looking in, bro, like it was so crazy. The way how I can explain it is like Dre, he took this quantum leap, meaning like he went from this to that. And I'm like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? It makes you think it's so normal, for him. But for me, I'm like, how the hell did he? That's how you get all these people like, he was just here. And
because
how he end up
you gotta think of it like, what's the worst that could happen? Like,
facts.
Okay, I quit this warehouse job. I'm out.
Get another warehouse job, things go wrong.
I get another one.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, go apply. They'll go hire you. They'll bring you back. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you're a good worker. Worst thing that can happen, I just get another job.
Right. That's very true.
So
I do want to say it's dope to have someone who also like to people around you to support you. Be like, hey, go ahead and do that thing. Even if you're, like you said, you're still working the warehouse job.
Yeah.
You're supporting him. He's doing his thing. When he's up there, he can shed some more info on everything, and then you also grow yourself in that.
Like feed each other.
Yeah, feed off each other of what's going on. So it's like
feed each other, plan each other. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
Water,
exactly. Absolutely.
So
like that's dope.
A big part of that. Like,
yeah. So it's really good to have
deep talks. I was like,
good people around you.
I'm doing it, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. Like, I'm just, man, I was just appalled, bro.
I remember when I left, man, I had told you about them little dusty boots I had that got the nail through them. Man, I went, I signed those boots. I signed them. I went to the warehouse, like, I went up to the Raptors and I threw them up like MJ. Like, I'm retired.
Like the movie shit.
Hung up them boots.
I hung them up. I took a picture of it. Said, "Boop, all right, I'm gone." And I just walked out. Like,
out of there.
That's my last day, y'all.
He sent me a picture.
Y'all got this.
That boy sent me a picture. I said, "It's official" in all caps and all that.
Y'all see like Mike when they hang the shoes off the wire? That's how I did my shoes, man. I walked out.
With it out of there, man.
Like, I'm so proud of him, dude. Like, just by everything that he just accomplished and just conquered, and he is the person that he is today. Bro, immaculate, dog. You know what I'm saying? He moves off of a rich mindset, dude, and he's moving from the rich to a wealthy mindset now. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Just by seeing that, I gotta give him his flowers for that, cause like people, how many people you know what I'm saying? Like just be like, yeah, Drake could have done better though. Bro. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing great. Come on.
Give this man the credit that he deserves
Right.
because he always been doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Right.
Because people get mad with you when you ain't doing what you supposed to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So you can't please everybody is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
worry
true.
about pleasing people anymore.
Yeah, you
I
can't.
please
You
me.
can't please everybody, bro.
That's a blast from the past, bro.
You gotta make yourself happy. Let
Man,
yourself enjoy.
As long as I'm
Yeah,
at peace
shit.
with my decisions, I can care who cares about it. You know what I mean?
Facts.
Like deep
Facts.
down, I don't
Yeah.
give a shit. Like I'm at peace with my decision, with what I've
Yeah.
done in my life, with how I've gotten to where I'm at.
Mhm.
Am I proud of everything I've done? No, obviously, but I've grown a lot.
Yeah.
I'm here to where I'm at now because of stuff I've done before. I wouldn't be here for not making the mistakes I made in the past.
That's
Or
right.
learning from them and all that.
Mhm.
Without
Yeah.
Brian telling me, "Hey, bro, just leave the damn job." Like, all right,
Straight
up.
I'll leave it. I
And
guess.
that's a big thing too. Like, you know, going through people see them as losses or, you know, mistakes as losses, but they're really lessons. You know,
They are really
they
lessons,
teach you to what not to do in the next situation or whatever.
Facts.
So
What's
like,
one of the like biggest L's you've taken to where
Oh,
you
snap.
flipped it to a great situation for yourself? Where you're
Yeah.
like, you thought it was the end of the world, like, damn, this really happened, and then I don't know, you flipped it into a great situation. Go ahead, Jaden.
man, actually right now, so
Oh.
I'm trying to dabble into the Turo business, as you
Sir.
know.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
started an LLC for it. He kind of knows some of the story. I bought a car from a dealership, but
Okay,
the
cool.
dealership sold me a jacked up car, fucking oil leak, all this shit.
Question.
Yeah.
Did you get it under the personal or the business?
I got it under the business credit card. Okay. I bought it in full under the credit card on the business credit card.
Oh, yeah.
So what I did, because they sold me a janky car, they obviously don't want to return it. I went to the bank.
Look up the lemon law.
Yep.
Just putting that in.
I went to the bank, filed the dispute,
Uh-huh.
and they just sent me a mail the other day that I won the case, so I got my refund on the
What?
Oh,
What?
Hey, man, we
Everybody clap
really
it
need
up.
that clapping module on
Yes,
that thing.
my boy. So you returned the car? It's gone.
So I had the car. We're waiting on to send the car
They
back.
ship it back, or
But I got the refund now. You know, all
You
the
back,
process.
green light.
Okay.
It was a hard time, like, you know, learning that I bought a car
I'm proud
at
of you.
not a really certified dealership. But, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Mhm.
I had to learn all those things to be able to know now when I get this new one,
Yeah.
it's gonna be the right way.
That's
It's gonna be
lit.
the biggest leap.
I'm happy for you,
because
bro.
Me too, bro. For real.
That's
Man.
big.
Wait, do you have any friends that's mechanics?
nah, but I'm about to find some
Yeah.
now.
For
sure. They gotta be your best friend,
Yeah,
bro.
for
I'm
real.
gonna be pulling up. Hey, who needs some coffee? Shit.
Because
go
I
to
had that
mechanic
back when I was
shops.
in Fresno.
Yeah,
It's like now you got to build new relationships when it comes to that. 'cause
Yeah,
I'm in a
you
new
really
city,
do.
You know what I mean?
Facts,
save you
facts.
as much money as you can.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
But
We got to get talk back on that because I'm finna start getting back into it starting next month.
Yeah,
How I
dude.
told you, once I get my renter situated, handled in Fresno,
mhm.
I'm back in the car business. I'm thinking about adding another car or two to the business too.
yeah,
Yeah,
So
dude.
once that renter's handled, I'm back on the car business. with it,
Got
for
to.
real.
You know,
You guys could even do a joint partnership or something. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
sir.
Hey, I'll be up in there and add some more cars to
we
the
all
fleet.
in
You know
there
what I'm
starting
saying?
a fleet, bro. We
Yes,
got
sir.
the biggest Turo
Fleet.
fleet
Hey,
in
you know I'm a
Vegas.
credit guy too now. You
Hey,
know what I'm
there we
saying?
go.
I can increase that credit limit now.
Hey, there we go.
You know what I mean?
Tell the bank to give me 100 then, man.
Just
Hey,
a little
man.
100, okay.
Credit's at 0 right now, man.
We gonna be
Credit card usage is at 0, man.
we gonna be
Come on.
looted and gooted. You know
Boost
what I mean?
me up real quick.
we gonna be
Shit.
loaded and gooted.
Finna give me a Urus, man.
I
Oh, hey, for real,
Stop
man.
pulling up to work in a Lambo. Don't say nothing, okay? Come
Don't say
on.
that. Hey, Kill,
Whose
back
car
up,
is
man.
this?
Yes.
Oh, it's the business. It's the business
It's a
car.
write-off. Don't worry.
It's a rental. Yeah, it's a rental.
Man, I'm the type to pull up in the car, man, to where nobody expects that's me driving it, bro, and just put it on the business. Oh, that's the business car.
Right, that's
yeah.
the business.
But we own that mug. You know what I'm saying? Like
It
behind
ain't
the
mine,
scenes.
it's the business.
They
you
ain't gotta know
Yeah.
that, man. They ain't gotta
Shit.
know
Same,
that.
same question goes to you, man. When's the last time you like took a L and thought it was the end of the world and you flipped it into a positive situation for
Oh
yourself?
shoot! You know what? Oh man, damn. Okay, you know what? I was not ready, but I'm about to get ready. So, I think the biggest L that I took was the e-commerce. I would say the e-commerce business for sure, because the reason why I asked you that question because I use personal credit on my e-commerce business,
Gotcha.
and I'm maxing out my whole stuff, bro. Like I went $17,000 over,
Ooh, not hit your credit, huh?
bro. Bad, bro.
Bad,
you know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Like you ran the credit card up
I ran it
17,000.
up.
Once you
Yeah.
go over that
Ran it up.
20% on your limit,
Yeah, that
it
shit gets
hits your
bad.
credit, dude.
I went through that too, but I finally got it to where it's like I paid it all off now. I'm
Right.
good.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So,
that
like,
hits
you know,
you.
to make a long story short, man, like, you know, money's coming. cash is flowing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Thanks.
bro, like it was becoming to be stupid. Like I'm looking at the bank like, yo, for real? Like, whoa.
This really my account right now? Shit.
I started getting relaxed, bro. I started
Yeah.
getting real relaxed. I'm like, oh, you know what?
Can't get complacent, bro, brother.
But yeah, that's why I messed up. That's the L. I started getting relaxed. You know, I was 20 at the time. I'm getting
Right.
20 bands in a month. I was like, yo, hey, bro, what's
Chilling.
up? I'm still going to the gym, still doing what I got
I
to
ain't
do.
gonna lie, I do that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But, like,
it happened.
At 20, for sure.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, as soon as I seen that figure, I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, you know what I mean? Everything was just I was good. You know what I mean? So, anyways, to make a long story short,
That's
you know, I started getting relaxed. You know, I was doing what I needed to do, but you know, my man's was taking care of everything and all that type of stuff, and then all of a sudden, policies done changed up on us. Right? So I wasn't even while I'm over here doing my regular routine, living life, doing what I had to do, you know what I mean? Like they were like, boss, we had a policy change. I said, well, what y'all gonna do about it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yo,
Boss?
what's
You
going
the
on?
boss?
You know more than I do.
CEO, shit.
You know what I mean?
Come on.
CEO?
Shit, you feel me?
CEO,
You
boss
supposed to be
man.
aware before everybody else.
But
Hey,
see, that's why I
that's
messed
the
up.
cash flow though. He's having people run that shit for him.
But
You know?
Yeah, exactly. The whole purpose of being a business owner is, you know what I'm saying, you have people that is
Do it
already
for you.
taking
Yeah.
care of
Yeah.
all that type
I
of
get
stuff
you,
for
but at the same time,
But I
you
know what
can't.
he's coming from.
You can't just take your eyes off
You
the
know what I
business
mean?
and think it's cool.
Yeah.
You
yeah.
gotta pay
I know where
attention
you're
a
coming
couple
from.
hours out the week. It ain't
Yeah.
gonna hurt you. To, oh, we had a policy change on Monday. You find out about it 2 weeks later. Come on, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
No. I get that. I take that. I take that to the chin, man. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that's why I learned. You know what I mean? So anyway,
That's a lesson.
So he ended up getting on the policies and all that type of stuff. We got late. Our account got deactivated. The whole nine. Ended up
Man.
losing the money. You know, so you know.
What do you mean losing the money?
They
ended
just
up
took it
like,
all.
they locked it in the account.
Oh
You know
my
what I'm saying? Like
god.
I couldn't.
Hell no,
I
run me my
couldn't retrieve
bands.
that. I couldn't
Yeah.
retrieve that because once the account is deactivated, you can't access the funds no more. You can't, and that was
So you
the
couldn't
funds.
cash it out,
I couldn't cash it out.
even
know
when
what
you
I'm saying?
found out. Like, let me cash it out now.
No, because it was locked. The
So
whole
how do you
account.
get to the money? Because they owe you that money. You can't just take your money.
It was just locked up in there. I couldn't
Bro,
even
that's
do anything
tough.
about it. I was
So
like,
how'd you get past that? Is what I'm asking.
So okay. So how I got past that is I went on to the same source that I got the VAs from,
Right.
and this dude specialized in account deactivation because these people that I was working with, they didn't know a clue about account deactivation. They just threw their hands up. Okay, wait, well, this is our job right here, so it's that.
Right. So we don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So what happened was that, you know, this man he got my account reactivated again and all that, but you know, just because of the chargebacks and all that type of stuff, like we came up short for the money that I had to pay for the card. So, you know, I didn't really, that was my main income. I didn't have no second income like that. So what I had to do was go back to a job, try to fund, you know, my car back and all that type of stuff. But, you know, it was, I see that as a win because I had gotten myself out of, you know, I got myself out of the debt that I was in before. And now I had to go manually get it out, you know, the mud to where it's like, okay, this is all I know. So I'm about to go out
grind
there
it
and I'm
out.
about to do my thing. You know what I'm saying? So we still fighting on that. So that's how I, you know, turned the L to a W in my view.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, really toughed it out though. Like you said, you went and put in that work. Some people might be like, it might hurt their ego to be like, oh man, I gotta
Go back to a job.
Go back. Hey, you can't hate on the hustle. Make that
Yeah.
money. Do whatever you
That's
gotta do
facts.
to, you know, get yourself right. Get yourself back on whatever you need to be on.
That's
So,
right.
like,
That's right.
So- that's
There's-
dope though, man.
There's
I mean,
there's one more thing I want to pick your guys' brain on before you like get the word of the day and get out of here.
Sure.
You know? How do y'all go about? I don't know if y'all run any type of business like this right now, but if you were to, how would you guys go about running like a subscription service business? Like, how do you go about marketing it? Like, just in general, subscription service. Like,
I
ahead,
do that
Brian.
already with the credit.
ooh, let's hear.
So we was just talking about this 2 days ago. That's funny. So what I was doing was I'm trying to structure my business model around to where it's like I'm working less and I'm earning more, right? But I'm
Right.
having a proven system to where I could be able to, you know, fix the credit in like, you know, whatever time they need and stuff like that. I'm still figuring it out. But how I'm marketing it is you know, it's gonna be $1,500 one-time fee. You know, if they can't afford that, I'm gonna do a financing plan. And it's gonna be for 3 months, right? And so it's probably gonna be like around $500, whatever equals up to $1,500, you know, for a month.
5 times 3.
Yes. All right, cool.
there you go.
That's why I got my boy here. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Hey, there you go.
You know,
My bad, bro. I mean, that.
so you know, I'm a marketing in the way to where it's like, if you could spend about $600 to $800 on crap, that's really draining you from your living your life, you would spend it with me to where I could be able to return your investment on the best decision that you'll ever make in your life. I mean, who could really say no to that? I mean, once I show them my testimonials and people talking and the word of mouth going on, I mean, I don't really got to market
show
no
itself.
more. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even though I'm still on that, I'll have multiple. I'll 10x that marketing strategy to where my peoples is now talking to me. Then all of a sudden, I'll probably bring my peoples on as partners and.
Because that word of mouth really does work too. Because when you have actual people that it work for, you have credibility and stuff like that. It makes the job a lot easier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because they'll start telling people.
Start moving as a catalyst, man. It's well.
Yeah, he helped me fix my credit, man. He only charges $500 a month or whatever it is, or it's $1,500.
Yeah.
Shit, I was
You'll get your credit from.
I was at 500. Now I'm at
580. Now I'm at a 760 now. You know what I'm saying? And he did it in 3 months.
He be like, what? Oh, 3 months? Hey, bro, I'm trying
to buy a house.
You feel me?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm trying to get my stuff together, bro. Like, what's up? How can
I need to buy this car. I need a loan. Shit, whatever.
How can I contact him? Oh, shoot. Well, I got his car right here. I got his Insta, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Call me. You get me. Close the deal. Man, we working on that. You know what I'm saying?
So straight from
that same model that I took from the e-commerce, I'm about to implement it in this credit business too, where I found a source to where people are already doing disputes, people are already doing the things that I'm already doing as of right now. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to replace that, put people in charge of what I'm actively doing, so I could be able to focus on the sales and marketing, so I could be able to make more revenue throughout the business.
Yep, what the boss does. Yeah, focus on getting the word out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have the people run the show right there.
That's how I would market that subscription base. And what I would do is I would pull it out of the account monthly automatically.
Yes, in case
I don't want to hear no excuses talking about how you can't afford it and all this type of stuff. Because at the end of the day, this is why we got a payment plan for you. We work around you, help me help you, so we could be able to do what you need to do.
Work together. Come on, it's a partnership.
So that's how I'll be able to market it. I think the whole thing about it is just being personal, being honest, being truthful, staying true to yourself, and staying true to that person that you're speaking with, because you genuinely want to help people out. We in the business of helping people.
And I think that's the biggest thing right there that he says, being truthful and being honest. Like, no matter what you're selling, as long as you let the people know like what exactly you're there for to help them with, if you can help someone with anything, that's an easy sell. So like, just
find out what their problem is
and solve it.
Show exactly how I can solve it. Like, map it out to them. Like, this is what I can do, A, B, C, and D. This is what I can do for you. This is gonna cost you. Simple yes or no. Like, can you do this?
Make it simple and sweet, but also like enough for them to really understand what kind of value you bring.
People will purchase or they'll spend the money on stuff they understand. Like, they understand how you're gonna help them. They understand like the steps it's gonna take. It just makes it easier. People won't spend if they're confused. It's easy for them to say no, or it's like, what's exactly is he gonna do? Like, no, like, they just want to
have them guessing. They got to be sure about every step.
Yeah, they gotta know.
Gotta make them sure.
Absolutely.
Especially everything online, because
make it clear.
When it's in person, you can see things, you can feel it, you can touch it. But things online, like, you got to be sure. For me too, like,
I can understand.
I got to know that's the one before I press that add to cart button.
Facts.
That was a great talk.
Absolutely. I loved it.
Yeah.
We had a great episode. I'm really loving it. You know how we always get out here, Brian. We always have a word of the day. We're gonna go around. I want everybody to hear it. What's the word of the day? What's the statement y'all want to say to the people living at home? Thank you for watching the episode, by the way. Before we get out of here, Brian, follow him on Instagram. Say Instagram real quick.
Instagram, you know what? I can't even think of the name right now, to be honest with you.
You, Jaden, go ahead.
Jaden Jimenez 33. Follow me on the IG.
Y'all know I am Dre the Agent. Y'all know where to find me. The Startup Podcast on Instagram as well. And then follow Brian Noel on
Young Prodigy _
There you go.
Follow him on Instagram. Jaden, give us a word of the day. Let Brian go, and I'll finish it out. All right.
It's kind of a sentence a little bit, but like, even though you want some cash flow, you still got to put in a little bit of work. You know what I mean? You still got to.
Right to the point.
Still got to put in a little bit of work to get that shit going.
Faith.
Yes, faith.
Great period. Right. Have faith in what? Yourself.
Have faith in yourself. Have faith in whoever you believe in, that it's gonna work and it
higher
will work.
Power.
Amen.
There you
Straight
go.
to the point.
Mine's gonna bounce back on both of those. Taking that leap of faith. Don't be scared to take that jump. If you sitting here don't know if you're gonna if this is gonna work out for you, whatever decision you're trying to make. The worst case scenario, you're back in the same situation you've been in. You know
That's real. That's real.
If you want to elevate, you got to take risks. Just period. All right, and get that cash flow, people. Everybody, let's get this money. You know,
Let's get this
money.
money. Let's get it.
Everybody had a great time. Episode 42 of the Startup Podcast. Thank you for listening, Brian. Thank you for coming back to the show. We miss you.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Jaden, thank you for having us.
Thank you for having me too. Hey, nice to
This
meet you
wouldn't happen
too,
without
Brian. You know what I'm saying? Hey, y'all too. Hey, blessed to be here.
Yeah,
Y'all make sure
So-
y'all subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, like everything. If you see us on TikTok and Instagram,
Facts.
make sure to say something. Just leave a comment for the boys.
Hey,
you know what I
don't be
mean?
mean. Be nice to us.
Come on.
Yeah, you
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
Cash flow.
you
Cash
already
flow,
know.
baby. We out of here. Peace.